Hello students, how are you all? This is Anup sir, your English teacher from Devasya International Public School. Students, in the previous video, we began with our lesson that is a truly beautiful mind. We understood that lesson till half. So, in this video, we will continue with the same lesson from the part we had left in the last video. So, students, let's begin with the lesson. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. So, students, in the year 1900, Albert Einstein was of the age 21 and he had completed his graduation from the university, but yet he was unemployed. He did not get any job. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons, and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. Students, here the word patent means a document which gives the rights of an invention to an inventor. So, students, from 1900 to 1902, Albert Einstein was working as a teaching assistant and even gave private lessons too. Finally, in 1902, he got a job in Bern. Bern is a city in Germany. He got the job of a technical officer in a patents office in Bern. While he was supposed to be assisting other people's inventions, Einstein was actually developing his own idea in secret. So, students, when Einstein got the job in 1902 at the patents office, Einstein was supposed to check the inventions done by other people and give them a patent. But on the other hand, he secretly started working on his inventions. He is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. So, students, Einstein later said the desk on which he worked was the Office of Theoretical Physics because there only he started working on his inventions. One of the famous papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. Students, here the word absolute means measured in itself, not in relation to anything else. So, students, in the year 1905, Einstein published his first paper. It was about special theory of relativity. In this publication, it was written that the measurement of time and distance is not absolute. It depends on something else. Indeed, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after a journey. If one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other. So, students, according to the theory, if there are two clocks and both are moving, they will not show the same time. One clock will move faster than the other. From this followed the world's most famous formula, which describes the relationship between mass and energy. E is equal to mc square. In this mathematical equation, E stands for energy, m for mass, and c for the speed of the light in a vacuum. That is about 3 lakh kilometers per second. So, students, this theory of relativity gave us this basic formula of physics. E is equal to mc square, where E stands for energy, m for mass of the object, and c for the speed of light in a vacuum. So, vacuum means where there is no air and the speed of light in vacuum is almost 3 lakh kilometers per second. To put it into simpler words, Einstein said that when you sit with a nice girl for 2 hours, it seems like 2 minutes. On the other hand, when you sit on a hot stove for 2 minutes, it seems like 2 hours. That's relativity. So, a person feels the time differently. While Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in physics, his private life was unraveling. Students, here the word unraveling means starting to fail. So, students, when he was solving the complicated problems in physics for the world, his personal life started becoming problematic. He started to fail in his personal life. Albert had wanted to marry Melvia right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it. So, students, Albert Einstein wanted to marry Melvia Murray soon after he had finished his studies, but his mother, Pauline Einstein, was against this marriage. She thought Melvia, who was 3 years older than her son, was too old for him. So, students, Pauline, that is Einstein's mother, thought that Melvia Murray, who was 3 years elder to Albert Einstein, was very old for him. So, Einstein's mother thought that this couple did not suit each other. She was also bothered by Melvia's intelligence. She is a book like you, his mother said. Einstein put the wedding off. So, students, Pauline, that is Einstein's mother, thought that Melvia Murray was very intelligent to be a wife, and she told Einstein that Melvia was also like a book and was similar to him. As his mother was against this marriage, he cancelled his wedding with Melvia. The pair finally married in January 1903 and had two sons. So, students, Albert Einstein finally married Melvia Murray in the year 1903 and they had two sons. But a few years later, the marriage faltered. Students, here the word faltered means become weak. So, students, after few years of their marriage started becoming weak. Melvia, meanwhile, was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. So, students, as Melvia Murray was very intelligent girl, being a housewife, she could not cope with her ambition. She could not fulfill her ambition, and so she started becoming very unhappy. After years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1919. So, students, Melvia Murray was very unhappy from this marriage. She could not fulfill her career dreams. So, finally, in this year 1919, after prolonged fighting, both of them separated from each other. Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year. So, students, after Einstein broke up with Melvia Murray, Albert Einstein married the second time. He married his cousin Elsa in the same year. They got divorced. Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise to the world fame. So, students, at the time Einstein married Elsa, another thing coincided. It was Einstein's rise to world fame. Einstein became world famous. Everyone acknowledged him as a great scientist. In 1915, he had published his journal, Theory of Relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. So, students, in the year 1915, he published one more paper which was based on general theory of relativity, which gave a new interpretation to the law of gravity. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. So, students, in the year 1919, there was a solar eclipse which proved that Einstein's theory of relativity was correct, which he wrote in his journal. Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected through the sun's gravitational field. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution. Students, here the word deflected means changed direction because it hit something. So, students, Albert Einstein had calculated in the year 1915 that in the year 1919 there would be a solar eclipse. Due to it, the apparent position of these stars would change to some extent. This calculation was accurate, so it was announced that Albert Einstein's work was a scientific revolution. Einstein received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. Students, so Einstein was awarded the Nobel Prize for Physics in the year 1921. Students, the Nobel Prize was based on the will of the famous Swedish scientist, a scientist who belonged to Sweden, Alfred Nobel. It was established in the year 1895 and the first Nobel Prize was given in the year 1901. He was showered with honors and invitations from all over the world and lauded by the press. So, students, he was honored and was invited to various places all over the world. Even the press praised him. That means he was everywhere in the news. When the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein emigrated to the United States. Students, here the word emigrated means leave one's own country in order to settle permanently in another city. So, students, in 1933, when Germany came under the power of Nazis, the famous Nazi ruler was Adolf Hitler. At that time, Einstein left Germany and shifted to United States of America forever. 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had American physicists in an uproar. Students, here the word in an uproar means very upset. So, students, after 5 years, the Germans discovered the process of nuclear fission, the process through which nuclear bombs or atomic bombs are made. This process was prepared in Berlin. Due to this, all the physicists in America were upset as they feared misuse of this technology. Many of them had fled from fascism, just as Einstein had, and now they were afraid the Nazis would build and use an atomic bomb. So, students, there were many scientists who escaped to America because of fascism. Fascism was a dictatorial concept which was started in Europe from Italy by the rule of Benito Mussolini. All the scientists were afraid that the Nazis could misuse the atomic bomb. At the urging of a colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to the American president Franklin D. Roosevelt on 2nd August 1939, in which he warned A single bomb of this type exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territories. So, students, Albert Einstein was requested by a colleague, and so he wrote a letter to the President of America, Franklin D. Roosevelt, on 2nd August 1939. He warned him that the atomic bomb, which was developed by Germany, was very powerful. If one of these bombs exploded on any port, it would not only destroy the area but also it would destroy the surrounding areas. This shows Einstein's humanitarian quality. He wanted good for the people. He wanted peace in the world. That is why he wrote his concern to the President of America and warned him. His words did not fail to have an effect. So, students, when Albert Einstein wrote a letter to the President of America on the request of his colleague, this letter left a very good impact on the President. The Americans developed the atomic bomb in a secret project of their own and dropped it on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. So, students, the Americans developed the atomic bomb secretly and dropped it on the cities of Japan, that is, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Germans had just developed the atomic bomb. They did not use it on any countries, but Americans did. Einstein was deeply shaken by the extent of the destruction. So, students, when Americans dropped the bomb on cities of Japan, there was a huge destruction which took place. And due to this, the Einstein was very sad. This time, he wrote a public missive to the United Nations. Students, here the word missive means letter, specially long and official. So, students, when Einstein saw this destruction, this thing happening on Japan, he sadly wrote a letter, that is, an official letter to the United Nations organization. In it, he proposed the formation of a world government. Unlike the letter to Roosevelt, this one made no impact. Students, when Albert Einstein proposed to form a world government by writing a letter to the United Nations organization, this letter did not make any impact on United Nations organization, so this letter did not bear any fruit. But over the next decade, Einstein got ever more involved in politics, agitating for an end to the arms build-up and using popularity to campaign for peace and democracy. So, students, for another 10 years, Albert Einstein was involved in world peace. He was involved in politics, and his agenda was to stop the countries involved in collecting arms and developing weapons. He campaigned for world peace and democracy. His main agenda was world peace and freedom for the people. He did this campaign using his popularity. When Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76, he was celebrated as a visionary and world citizen as much as a scientific genius. Students, here the word visionary means a person who can think about the future in an original and intelligent way. So, students, Einstein was the person who used to think about the future. When he died in 1955 at the age of 76, the world celebrated him as a visionary, a person who can think about future. He was a world citizen and a scientific genius too. So, students, this is all about this video. We have completed this lesson, A Truly Beautiful Mind, in two separate videos. I will be sending you the notes with this video. So, this is Anup sir saying thank you and goodbye.